Plus, do you believe Africa is a rising star and has the next billion customers?
Yes, Joseph, I will agree with you on that one. I believe so because over the years we've seen, especially the mobile markets, which I'm personally a developer for, we've seen those numbers growing exponentially from what was 735 million to coming to now 800 million. So it is very true that Africa is really going to have the next billion customers.
Why do you love technology and why are you passionate about technology?
Technology presents a very unique way of solving problems, and problems that affect us as people often. So I love technology because it gives me an avenue to meet the needs of my community, my own personal needs, in a way that any other form would not be able to achieve. Thank you.
Why do you love Microsoft?
I'll share with you a small memory of mine. A few months ago at the Imagine Cup, we passed by the Nairobi offices, and when I walked into those offices, the first poster I saw up there was this is basically what it said. It said, Africa, Microsoft believes in your potential, and it was this picture of the sun rising in the background. So just the fact that Microsoft actually believes in the potential we have down here in Africa is the reason why I believe in what they are doing, and for that I love Microsoft.
So Joshua, technology is booming every single minute. What do the trends look like in, say, 10 years down the road?
As a web developer, my answer would actually be very biased. But still, I think in 10 years, two words: cloud and mobile. I see 10 years down the road, at least half of the data either being processed in the cloud or passing through the cloud and being consumed predominantly via mobile. Also to extend that as a web developer, Web 1.0 was mostly about connectivity. Web 2.0 has been about is really about social. We are talking about Facebook and LinkedIn. Web 3.0 I believe is going to be mobile. So 10 years from now, cloud, mobile, and things that generally things that you'd see in a George Lucas, Star Wars movie, synthetic biology and things like that. Yeah.
Insenga is one of the best applications you're going to come across this year. It is basically an ultrasound scan on your mobile phone. What the application does is it detects fetal heart sound, it alerts, and then advises the user on how to handle these fetal heart-related abnormalities. So this working on a mobile phone, we can see this working in remote areas which don't even have electricity. We can see this working for a midwife who's even inexperienced. So that is when Sengan, that is how it's going to revolutionize technology here in Africa.
Quickly tell us what specific areas you think technology will have the greatest impact.
Someone said that the best way to help a hungry man, who wants fish, is to teach them how to fish. I honestly believe that the best area would be education. If we have a population that is educated, we can solve our problems in the healthcare system, in manufacturing. We can change the mindset of people. So at the end of the day, knowledge really is power. So education.
How do you think technology can increase on the literacy rate in Africa?
Since we see people accessing the internet, which is a very, very diverse resource, I believe the internet is where this current young generation gets most of its knowledge from. I'm a developer, and I can't even imagine being able to program without referencing on the internet. So as people constantly access the internet via mobile phones, we can see the literacy rate picking up, people becoming more knowledgeable about so many other different things. So I think through mobile penetration, we're going to have technology impacting the literacy rates in Africa very, very effectively.
What has the Imagine Cup done for you? Tell us about your experience at the Imagine Cup.
If I could say it in one word, amazing.
Yeah, there's quite a lot I can say about that, but I think like any young person, traveling is always a fascinating experience, and that was very exciting for me to be able to leave the country and travel somewhere else and, associate with all these other different people,
How can Microsoft help Makerere? We'll start with Aaron.
I believe the role Microsoft has to play at our universities lies in the developers. See, for these technologies to be relevant to the community it's working in, it requires that they are developed in that context according to the challenges in the community.
How can Microsoft help?
Grants and partnerships in research.
Thank you. It's about Joshua. Tell us about the first thing you'll do if you ever get hired into Microsoft.
I've read a lot about the intern experience at Microsoft. So I think the first thing I would do is to acquaint myself with the office and the people at the office to get an insight into the experience, the wonderful experience I'll be getting. Well, I'll be going to get starting really. Yes.
Aaron?
I'm very passionate about technology, but I will confess that I'm also very passionate about food. So I see myself stepping into the kitchen on my first. But still,